Hi, my tubies, my TikTokers. It's Sheila, healthy, strong, back from COVID. I feel good. Yes, I still have to wear a mask for like the next 5 days until I completely get this thing out of my whatever, because I still tested positive for COVID. But it is what it is. Let me fix my curly hair. And it feels good to be back, my darlings. At the same time, on a more serious note, let's take a look at this clip. He thought he could get away with everything. This is someone who killed at least 3 women, and it could have been 4 if this woman wasn't fortunate enough to have escaped and have gotten away, which is why I constantly keep telling my ladies out there, please be very, very careful. You know, you wouldn't have to try to escape these things if you didn't get them started. So this is for educational purposes. I'll be back with my commentary. Oh yeah, you have to be very careful this day and age, my ladies. Please take what I'm saying and what you hear seriously.
Before Khalil Wheeler Weaver would take 20-year-old Sarah Butler's life, she texted him, "You're not a serial killer, right?" Sadly, he was. She would be his 4th victim.
This is in a matter of State versus Khalil Wheeler Weaver, indictment number 17-2-547. As to count 1, charging the defendant with the murder of Robin West, what is your verdict?
Khalil Wheeler Weaver, a 20-year-old student at Essex County College who worked as a security guard at a grocery store and was calm and well-mannered, killed 3 women in only 84 days in 2016. There would have been a 4th victim if she hadn't escaped.
What injuries do you what injuries do you have?
Look at my face and the duct tape.
For the what?
For the duct tape, my face.
When did he duct tape you?
Huh?
In the car?
In the car.
So you let him duct tape you, or what happened? I just need to know.
He put the handcuffs on me first. He choked me out and after he choked me down.
Wheeler Weaver planned his killings meticulously, choosing victims he believed no one would miss if they were gone. However, he underestimated the love the victims' families had for them, and this would be his downfall. This case takes us to Orange, New Jersey. Khalil Wheeler Weaver was raised in the affluent Orange, New Jersey suburb of Seven Oaks. His stepfather is a detective in the nearby community of East Orange, and his uncle is a retired police officer from the Newark Police Department. As a student of the Orange High School class of 2014, he had few friends, was not involved in extracurricular activities, did not date, and was described as nerdy. Wheeler Weaver worked as a security guard for Sterling Securities at the time of his crimes, and had aspirations of becoming a police officer. 19-year-old Robin West was Wheeler Weaver's first victim. West was a kind young lady who, regrettably, had always been troubled in some manner, according to friends and relatives. When she was a baby, her parents divorced, and she didn't reconcile with her father until she was a teenager. She found school to be challenging in every way. She struggled in class to focus and simply couldn't seem to grasp mathematics or reading. She hopped between alternative schools and mental hospitals as she grew older because she couldn't seem to settle down. Despite never receiving an official diagnosis, West's parents were aware of her mood swings and emotional difficulties, and feared that their daughter could be suffering from a mental disorder. She had relocated from Philadelphia to New Jersey, and her main source of income was sex work. She met Wheeler Weaver through a close friend that was like a sister to her. After gaining her trust, he sexually assaulted and killed her on August 31, 2016. When Robin's family was unable to contact her after several days, they became frantic. Authorities had received a report of a fire at an abandoned property in Orange, New Jersey. They discovered the 19-year-old severely charred body inside. It took close to 2 weeks to identify her. After the death of Robin West, Wheeler Weaver was questioned by police, but nothing came of it. Wheeler Weaver said that he had taken West out to lunch on the day that she passed away, and then dropped her off at a separate residence that was located 2 blocks away from where she was discovered. Everyone who knew Wheeler Weaver praised him for being composed, laid back, and courteous, therefore he was able to wiggle his way out of being caught. Joanne Brown was Wheeler Weaver's next victim. When 33-year-old Joanne Brown vanished, detectives were still trying to solve the mystery surrounding West's death. There were already some unsettling parallels between West and Brown. Brown was homeless when she was last seen. She had been battling mental health problems. She had last been seen getting into Wheeler Weaver's vehicle sometime in October, according to witnesses. 2 months later, she was discovered by a construction team in an abandoned house with her mouth and nose taped shut. There was a jacket that was still knotted around her neck when she was discovered. The same jacket had been used to strangle her to death. Wheeler Weaver was questioned once again, and once again, he was able to convince authorities that he was not involved. Wheeler Weaver would take 20-year-old Sarah Butler's life. She texted him, "You're not a serial killer."
Okay, you can see the full part 2 and so many more crimes that are happening to women, and you have to be careful. I don't even understand how these women are sex workers out here, because that's a very dangerous job. And a lot of these women, as you notice, they have bipolar, they have some type of mental illness. A lot of them may be schizophrenic, and you have a lot of men who target women who have emotional and mental health issues. You could go on TikTok, and it's called True Crime News. That's True Crime News. So you need to be careful, ladies. This dude killed 3 women in a matter of 84 days. And you also have women who are emotionally and mentally healthy who have men who are abusive to them, because a lot of these men, especially these black men, they are very angry. Because you see a lot of women, ebony women, all kind of women who are no longer putting up with abuse. Women are saying, okay, enough is enough. That's it. We're done with this abuse. And these women decide to pick up and leave. And these men thought that these women was going to go through a hardship without them. But when they see how these women are prospering, and these women are doing very well, in fact, these women are doing better without them, this triggers these men's anger. But like I said, you wouldn't find yourself in these situations if you don't get them started. And if you genuinely want peace in your life, sweetheart, you will never have peace living with a man. You can forget that. But anyway, I just wanted to share this with you for educational purposes, and also to remind you to be careful. These men this day and age, it's a whole different breed out here, baby. And they are angry. You have so many men who really hate women. I mean, think about it. Why do you think you have so many men who do nothing but cheat? Because they love hurting women. They don't like women. They hate them. That's why they're not faithful. They hate women. And they get pleasure out of seeing you in pain. And they get pleasure out of torturing you and making you suffer and having you filled with anxiety and misery. So if you're dealing with a man who constantly cheats on you, or he has a history of cheating, you already know that's a misogynist. He hates women. Trust that. Wisdom is a beautiful thing.